Hi, friends. This is Pastor Drew with your Keeping Connected video on February 23rd. I first want to thank Pastor Carey for switching days with me and giving me a chance to catch my breath before recording this. And I also want to thank all of you for your tremendous support, for your prayers, for your compassion. And that leads me into talking about what our Keeping Connected series is for today. And we're talking about fundamentals of faith and following up after Pastor Charlie's sermon. And one of the fundamentals of faith for me is community. We are a communal people. Christianity is not a solo religion. You can't do it by yourself. You have to have other people with you. In Methodism, we call that social holiness. You can't be holy without a society of people who support you and care for you. And over these past 2 weeks, over the past 5 years, over the past 30 plus years of my life, community has been that thing that has sustained me through every season. I grew up in Gainesville, Florida, and I was surrounded within a 5-minute drive of all of my grandparents, lots of aunts and uncles, as I'm an only child, but I had this huge community of family that we were just a tribe and we hung out together and we loved each other. And then as I grew up, I added to that really good friends, many of which I still keep in contact with. And over the years, as you transition from one school to the next, from one season of life to another, your friends change and grow. And uh, that community is essential. But one of the constants in my life has always been that church community that has surrounded me. When I was a kid growing up in Sunday school, and the adults that poured into my life, who were my Sunday school teachers and small group leaders. When I was in college and seminary, the youth groups and the college groups, and all of those other people who just surrounded me with love and mentorship. We don't do it by ourselves, we do it together. And our experience with Malachi's surgery and his hospitalizations during our time at Memorial really helped me to see my role as a pastor also being a recipient of the grace-filled family that we start as. When you become a pastor, you often, like, the language is you care for your church. You are the shepherd of the flock. And that's the metaphor that we so often use. And it certainly is, there's a truth in that. But as a pastor, you also receive that love. And I honestly wasn't prepared to receive that when Malachi was born, and being new in my pastoral journey, and just to receive the grace of this congregation's love has meant so much to me, so much to our family, and has really just been a sustaining force. And we are grateful for that. Um, do want to give you an update on how Malachi is doing. And uh, he is still in the hospital right now, dealing with some complications after surgery, um, which were so much to be expected. Certainly, it's longer than we had hoped, but he's being taken really good care of by the team at Wolfson Children's Hospital. And one of the things that's really cool about our hospital and about the team there is that he's also surrounded by a community. He's surrounded by a community of doctors and nurses, many of which were there when he was born and have been with him through his entire medical history, and they love him as much as anyone else does. And so when we talk about community, we talk about our family, we talk about our church community. Perhaps you have a community of people that you work with. I know that I'm blessed by our staff and the community of people who lead our church, because we support one another too. And the other communities that we find, God gives us those circles in order to help support us, in order to help us to weather the ups of life and the joys, as well as the challenges and the struggles. And we do that with each other. So, my encouragement to you is just to take a minute to give God thanks for your community, to reach out to those people who are in your life and just say, I'm grateful that you're here. I'm grateful that you are a part of my team, and I'm grateful to be a part of yours. We often take that community for granted, and we shouldn't. So take some time, be thankful, thank God for them, and then thank them as well. Whether that's a card or a letter or a text message, whatever it is, be intentional, be grateful for those people in your life. And then when you need them, rely on them And when they need you, they can rely on you as well. So thank you for all of your love. Thank you for being there for me. And know that I am there for you and whatever you need. So reach out, call out, and we'll be there for one another. God bless you.